On a bridge sat a man named Jake, and Jake wanted to change the world through his passion of music. So he had to write a song to change the world. He is ready to begin his creative writing journey to change the world through lyrical melody and hidden messages. However, Jake stumbled upon a huge obstacle. What will his song be about? Jake didn't know where to begin with his songwriting process. Where does he start even? After some thinking, he came to the conclusion that the most important thing about writing a song was the message and purpose behind it. Jake decided he wanted to spread the message that Jesus Christ is the Savior for all humankind and His grace can save all people. He wanted the purpose of his song to be a work of art that glorifies God and brings people to salvation through Christ. Now that Jake knew his purpose, he then had to figure out the next step to his song. How does he get this message across in his song? He thought about it a lot and figured out that the best way to incorporate the gospel-inspired lyrics into his upbeat styled song. He wanted to create and capture the feeling that it is nothing but positivity when someone embraces God and He loves all people with all of his heart. So using the lyrics, melody, and beat of the song, he created an uplifting vibe that just made every person who listened to it feel God's grace and joy fill their lives. After much time went by, Jake finally did it. He finished a song that he spent what felt like forever working on. He was so proud of the work he did, and it was rightly so. Because he listened to God's guidance, the song was absolutely perfect and what it was meant to accomplish. When Jake's song was released, it took the music industry by storm. It changed people's lives all around. It was absolutely miraculous. Jake's song opened many people's eyes and, of course, ears to the kindness and mercy God has to offer all who are willing to listen to his message. God was able to reach millions of people through the works of just one song. Even Jake himself was amazed at how his one simple song changed the world in such a drastic measure. People were coming into church asking pastors about how to live happy and be saved, like Jake's song mentioned. Pastors, evangelists, and evangelistic Christians exclaimed to the listeners of the song how God can save anyone who is willing to accept him into their hearts and will be eternally saved. The world will never be the same just from one simple song. Many people didn't think that Jake's song could make such a big impact on the whole world. Many people would say that he would need countless albums in order to change millions of lives. But God is bigger than that. He can use one simple song to change an entire world. So, just in case you do not understand the message behind it, I'll just like to break that down real quick. What it really represents and stands for is one song represents one person's life. And the most important thing somebody can do with their life is decide, what they believe most in and what they want their life to be about. And in Jake's case, it's the message or purpose behind the song. And, people's lives are going to change the whole entire world, some more than others. But if you give it up to God, if you give all of your thoughts and actions up to God, He can create something so big and impactful with one life. You would think that, like the countless albums with all those songs, you'd think you need a ton of songs, a ton of lives to change the world in such a drastic measure. If you put your trust in God, God can change the whole world with just one life, even if you never thought He could. God has a bigger plan than anybody who has ever existed could ever imagine. And that's the message through the story, is that one life can change the whole world as long as you put your trust in God. So, there we go.